how's it going? My name is Ruby Price and welcome to a week ago. So, a disclaimer, last week's a week ago was obviously very short because not much was going on that I could really vlog. This week has the potential to be a similar week because my dissertation is going to be due very soon and I very much need to focus on work. Having said that, I do have a freelance thing to do today, potentially a freelance thing to do tomorrow, and on Saturday I am more than likely hosting the F1 Grid Talk podcast reactions to the Belgian Grand Prix qualifying. So I'll try and get the camera out every now and then, certainly at least more than 3 times a day, which has been the case for the last week. My attention's very much divided at the minute, and the thing that tends to suffer is this, because this doesn't have a deadline. I mean, it kind of does, but it doesn't have a deadline where, you know, I lose half the value of my masters. Time to go to work. Haven't even been gone that long and I'm already back. Yeah, I mean, it was basically just a case of doing some pickup shots and stuff from Friday. Apparently I'm getting paid for that tonight, which is good because I need the money. But now that a week ago has come out, I am just gonna work. I'm gonna work on my dissertation, and I'm gonna work on my dissertation. I'm gonna work on my dissertation. Ooh, that's distracting. Alright, I know I said I was gonna work. I had a video idea. It's something I could do quickly, and I could also edit it relatively quickly because it was just, it's not a crazy edit, it's a chop. So there might be a new video coming this week. I'm not going to apologise. Was fully preparing to have to pull an all-nighter tonight because was expecting there to be something happening tomorrow, which fortunately there isn't, and also the freelance gig that I've been doing recently want a copy of the video that I was doing the pickup shots for today, well tomorrow, so I was like, well, I can't do both, so I might as well do everything tonight. Ooh, that's good coffee. We just got a new vanilla coffee bean sort of like thing. It's good, yeah. But yeah, so I was like, well, I guess I'm doing an all-nighter, just to try and, you know, keep up, because, yeah, but fortunately, it's not happening, so I can at least sleep. Also, that video is coming out on Thursday. You've already seen it, hopefully. A couple of hours later, would like to repeat, no all-nighter necessary. Thank God for that. So several hours after waking up, am I finally about to start doing the uni work that I said I was just going to focus on today, rather than the freelance work that I kept getting emails about? Hopefully. So I was watching an older week ago earlier, and I noticed that there were a lot more, like, small clips and very little, like, incidental things, and some of the, like, a week ago clips were, like, really fast-paced, and I'm talking about early Series 1 here. And I think that's one of the things that's sort of currently letting the current, like, a week ago era down, is that one, obviously what with everything that's going on, everything's a bit slower paced, because obviously not much is happening. And I was obviously leaving the house a lot more as well, so that made a big difference. It's one of those things, I just need to sort of find my groove, get back into the groove as well, and hopefully that will then see just the whole a week ago, you know, being my default thing to be doing as normal again. Because, yeah, I mean, like, I know that some of you will be putting in the comments, like, you know, as long as, you know, like, I am okay, that's all that matters, and, you know, I appreciate that. But as well, I also want to be making this worth watching, and a YouTube series that I can be proud of. That's something I aim to do using better footage, more insightful footage, rather than just being like, Tom Scar once said that if you're vlogging, it should be a matter of show, don't tell. And with the way that life has been since this series of a week ago came back, it's very much been a case of tell, and if you have footage, show. But, you know, that's one of the things I want to try and stamp out, if that's the right term. I want to make it better. So, yeah. So the music video that I've made is finally coming out. It's been teased. Here's the teaser. It's the biggest thing that I've made so far, and I'm glad it's finally coming to light, so yeah, save the date, I guess. I never realised I'd be sharing my office with an old woman. I never realised I'd be sharing my office with an old woman.
I did warn you. I bake, I knit, I craft. I watch D&D on YouTube.
I woke up with the worst, like, abdominal pain ever today. Yeah, but it's early. It's early. It's early. I mean, I guess you can't really sleep in when you're in fucking pain, can you? But, yeah, I guess let's make the most of today then. Tonight is looking like it's going to be the best day of the week currently, because I am one of a few people taking part in intimate creator chat via Discord with ContraPoints, Natalie Wynn, aka one of my favourite YouTubers. It's being hosted by VidCon. I saw it come up in my emails as an opportunity to apply for, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, I've never been to VidCon, mostly because it's in America and I'm fucking broke, but you know, I've never been to VidCon. Also VidCon UK actually, VidCon London, yeah. Would have quite liked to have gone to that, but I didn't. Anyway, back to my point. Never been to VidCon. I think Natalie's one of the best content creators on the platform, if not the best. Like, Tom Scar's my favourite YouTuber and probably always will be. But I just think that there's a difference between what they're making and what Natalie's making is some of the best creative content out there. And I think if you disagree with that, you're not watching it properly. But yeah, that's just another matter. But yeah, so I applied for it, and they said that I'd got it. I don't know how many people are going to be involved in it, but from what I've seen on the Discord server, there's like 14 accounts there, and 2 of which are like community managers, like VidCon mods, and 1's Natalie. So that already takes you down to 11, provided I counted correctly. It might just be 10, but either way, you know, that's intimate. Yeah, so to use the phrase, I get to meet Senpai tonight. Senpai will notice me. 25 past 10. I'm fucking knackered, but I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, bloody Americans putting everything on, you know, at a time that suits them. My Mac's just crashed midstream. Well, you know, creator chat. This is fucking ridiculous. I hate Discord. It's not Discord's fault, it's my Mac's fault for being 5 years old and full of shit. But yeah, it's just annoying. Hopefully I can get back in, because that was going well.
If a video is good and I know it's good, then if the people don't appreciate it, fine. Like, I know that I've created a shining light out into the world. And I think that, you know, part of being a creator is you just know that like some stuff is going to do well, some stuff's not going to do well, and you know that's the business of the gods. Like, it's not your concern. Your mortal concern is is to make the content as good as you can. And then once it's released into the world, well, not your problem.
Oh man, my camera died. But yeah, that was really, really cool. I'm really, really happy. Yeah, a bit annoyed because my Discord literally crashed whilst the person in the queue ahead of me, because we were taking it in turns to ask questions, the person in the queue ahead of me was talking, and then my Discord app crashed entirely, and then by the time I managed to get it back into the call, it was the person after me. So yeah, I'm gonna go back upstairs now because I'm tired. Yeah, I feel like I'm genuinely on a come down. Last night was really fun. But today is busy. Today is busy. So I'm gonna try to not really vlog much today, deliberately, rather than, you know, like last week. I was entirely accidentally. So with any luck, I should see you later, but not during the day. Today's a day of no distractions. Just a quick update to say that I've changed clothes twice today because of how fucking sweaty it is. Back to work. This whole house smells of pastries. So my new video came out today. If you haven't watched it, it's the one that I filmed on Monday. Yeah, it would be Monday because that was when I came back from the pickup shop. Someone was like, I look sick, I should probably film a video. But yeah, please do go check it out. There's obviously a link in the description. There'll also be a link in whichever corner it belongs in. I don't fucking know anymore. I really hope this one does well, because I think it was a video idea that I had, and I was like, this is a really good idea for a video. It's a video that I think could be really, really helpful, so yeah. So yeah, if you did like it, please let me know. I've also been told that the line, I ran back into the trans closet with my penis tucked firmly between my legs, is the best line that's ever been said on my YouTube channel, so yeah. It sounds like a line that could go on a t-shirt. Hey you, how's it going? My name is Ruby Price and you're listening to the 17th ever episode of some new podcast episodes out. The one that I gave you a teaser for in last week's a week ago. Please go listen to it. I really, really enjoy this one. Josh put some strings on my Telecaster, and finally my Telecaster works for the first time in like ages, because there was a couple of issues with it. So I'm appreciating it. This last month, I've been on a completely different medication in terms of my hormones. And that's because when lockdown started, my prescription was due. And there was already very much a shortage of like the specific hormone patches that I was using. So they could only provide me with one box for my prescription, which I had to pay full price for, by the way. And then obviously when that box was finished with, I really needed to sort out my prescription again, because it had only been a month, and without hormones, like, there are a lot of like changes that, you know, will reverse essentially. So when it came to that, they could only provide me with 2 boxes of my normal prescription of hormones, and they gave me another box. Well, they technically gave me 2 boxes, but they gave me another box of the same strand of estrogen, but in 2 patches, so essentially 75 mgs for one and 25 mgs in the other patch, and I was supposed to use them both at the same time. And I left that box until the end because, you know, I didn't really want to be going like usual, new, usual. So I left it till the end. And they are honestly some of the worst patches I think I've ever used. Like, they come off so easily. And honestly, I don't think they've really been doing anything either. And partially, I think that has reflected in the way that I've been over the last month, you know. I've been increasingly emotional. I've really been suffering with my mental health, and physically I've just felt really drained. I mean, that could be a result of lockdown or anything, but yeah. And finally yesterday I went to go and get a normal prescription again, so I just thought I'd point that out. changing a medication is gonna, have an impact. So I'm quite glad to be going back to the normal now. God, 2020, eh? First they give us a pandemic, and now they take away Chadwick Boseman. Wakanda forever. So in other news, today I'm back on the F1 podcast. I'm hosting the qualifying show for F1 Chronicle, analysing the qualifying session for the Belgian Grand Prix. It's podcast time! Even got my own F1 Chronicle Grid Talk mug. Because I'm such a super fan. Nah, it's because we've got mugs. And I like mugs. I mean, I like tea, that's why I like mugs. But anyway, podcast time. Cool, everybody ready? Fantastic. It's the last qualifying session with party mode, and to celebrate, Lewis Hamilton was having the partiest of parties, putting his Mercedes half a second ahead of his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Will the party continue tomorrow? Welcome back to the Formula 1 Grid Talk podcast. Today we will be analysing today's Belgian Grand Prix qualifying at Spa. We are powered by the F1 Chronicle. Visit f1chronicle.com for news, reviews and opinions on all things F1. Hosting today will be me, not George Howson but Ruby Price, and joining me are broadcast journalist Louis Edwards and F1 YouTubers Peter Majuzzi and Steph Wentworth. Hi. So, Louis, Hamilton was very much in a class of his own today, wouldn't you say? Oh man, that show went on for so long. Like, normally the qualifying show is like over and out, like almost like that. But yeah, there was just so much going on that we had to talk about, and just so many more like conversation topics and stuff. And wow, yeah, I really enjoyed that podcast episode. There's a link in the description if you want to go and check it out, because do it, please. When it's that chilly, you're wearing a jumper inside because you're too northern to put the heating on, but you're southern enough to, feel the cold. So I guess that's what it's like being from the Midlands. But yeah, I'm cooking again because I am hungry. So I'm making pasta with onions, peppers. I'll probably put some garlic in too. Yeah, I'd do a cooking with Ruubez video, but I just can't be bothered. So yeah, I'm just leaving the pasta to simmer a bit whilst I do some washing up, and then pasta will be ready. And I can eat it, and I can just sit back and watch something. I was woken up at 9 AM this morning. 9 AM on a Sunday. Those are two things that just shouldn't go together. Ever. But yeah, I'm going to spend the next passage of time, I don't know how long, editing the week ago so far. Then it's Formula 1, then I'm going to, do some work, and then I'm probably going to get back to a week ago and stuff. But just thought I'd let you know what's going on today, because it's a Sunday and it's race week, and I think we're on another triple header, so that means that the schedule will basically be the same for the next 2 more weeks. And that obviously as well includes Grid Talk F1 podcast, which I have very much taken over as the qualifying host. So, keep an eye out for that, because that's probably going to happen. F1 finished, Beth's returned. Yeah. So I've edited a week ago up until, anything else that needs to go into it, which is good because it means that I can focus on other things. But yeah, it is already getting relatively late in the day. What time is it? Oh, it's actually not as late as I thought it was, but it's still, I do still think though that on that basis I should probably end this episode of a week ago here, just because it means that I've got the freedom of tonight to, focus on the other things that I need to do. I keep saying that I'm doing work. I'm trying to do work, and it just keeps getting put off. And oh man, yeah. As of the week that you're watching this, there will be less than 3 weeks until my dissertation's due, and I definitely have I have more than 3 weeks worth of work to be doing. So that's, yeah. And the fact is as well, part of that is down to just my poor planning, I guess. That and a mental breakdown put together, and you end up with needing to do probably 6 weeks worth of work in 3 weeks. But just to note, there is a podcast episode coming out this Friday, so keep an eye out for that. It's with a band called Witch Fever. I really, really like them. They're a band I definitely think you should check out. My Songs for a Ruby Tuesday playlist updated this week, so there's a link in the description to go and check that out on Spotify. And obviously my new video came out, and YouTube has been refusing to promote it because of shocking content, apparently. So if you could go and give that a share, that would actually be possibly one of the best things that you could possibly do for me ever. The video has done relatively well so far. It's over 1,000 views. But with YouTube refusing to promote it, it's gonna struggle to, you know, hit the ground the same way that the 3 years post-op video did, and that's currently my second most viewed video on my channel so far. So as much as I really want the video that came out this week to do really well, because I've had so many people message me about it saying, you know, like, this has been really, really helpful. Like, it's helped me understand so many things. I even had a message today about it. So yeah, if you want to help me out at all, give that video a share. As I've said, there's links everywhere. Cool. So, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, do all that generic YouTube stuff. Like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, I have been Ruby Price, and nice to see you a week ago. Adios. Bye.